All right. What's good? What's good? What's good? Hope you well this morning. Man, I gotta delete all that, bro. You waking me up. I just got on here, man, and you hit me with a lot of drama, man. All things, what's going on? OPXID, good morning. Banks, the boxing fan. What's going on, Franz Kafka, Jose Lopez, Benji Milk. All things. What's going on, man? What's going on, Cornelius Burnett? If I didn't say that already. Control LeGrew, what's going on? Burr 101, David Howard. Good morning, David Howard. To you and over there, to you where you are and on Twitter. Antonio King, what's going on, man? Andy Gill, what's good? Yeah, Malik Pratt, you's out there. You blowing me up, bro. How do you blowing me up, bro? You gotta slow down. What's going on, Kamal? David Tisane, what up, man? Manuel Brown, good morning. Jake Winfield, Big Block, Red Hook Projects, Brooklyn, New York. New Beginning Kennels and Loft. Coach Chris, what's going on, man? Banks, the boxing fan, what's happening? What's happening? Oh, that was 3 weeks ago. Okay. What's going on, Marie Scott? David Tisane. Yeah, okay. So, man. Shakur Stevenson. Dapper Douglas. Oh, man, I owe you a damn it. I'm sorry, Dapper Douglas. I owe you a email back, bro. I'm so sorry, man. I'm going to get back to you. Fanon, you got me back on the hoop court. Thanks, brother. I need that workout. Yeah, it's a nice little workout, ain't it? Woo-wee. Running around that court is a nice little workout, man. Hey, thank you, sir. Mr. Rod Burr 101 in the building. What's up, man? Thank you so much, man, for that support. Oh, shit. Thank you, Wilbur Rogers, for the $1 holler. And Banks, the boxing fan. Thank you. I did email, get at me when you can, my guy. Yeah, I know you did. I owe you a response to that, Dapper Douglas. Let me put that on my list, man. Hold on. I'm writing it down, Dapper Douglas. Because you have to call Daryl McKinney, too. Hey, Barbara D. Oh, no, I have not seen Barbara D. Is Barbara D? I don't know. I haven't heard back from Barbara D. I sent Barbara D a note. I haven't heard back from her. I got to go check. I haven't checked. Yeah, I listened to that Brian Norman interview. It's funny, man. I think both those guys are telling the truth. Man, that's huge, Banks, the boxing fan. All right. That was, what did I say? 5. Oh, yes. What did I say? Thank you so much for the $5 holler. Did I say a different number other than 5? That's my bad. Key Alexandra was on KO channel last night, and she Sherlock Holmes the Shakur things. I said, damn, that makes a lot of sense. I didn't see it. Man. Thank you so much, Banks, the boxing fan. Boots and Norman next. I don't think we're going to get it next, but that amped up the excitement for the fight. Man, thank you, Banks, the boxing fan. that amped up the interest in the fight, man. That's for sure. Really did, man. That really amped up the interest that I had in the fight, man. And in that weight class, because that's a good fight. Both those guys are fighters on the that are coming up too. That's a really good look, man. That's a really good look. But I can understand why those guys, what the confusion was. Said, no, thank you, Mr. Martin. Thank you, man. Yeah, thanks, boxing. Thanks, Banks, the boxing fan. Look, man, I'm not. Y'all got to click the link to ask me questions today, man. I got to do something to get this engagement up. Kamal says, breakdown and prediction for Danny Garcia, Lara. Okay, so Erislandy Lara would, if they were the same age, I would be favoring Erislandy Lara. Andre Noble, let me give that a break. Oh yeah, absolutely. Andre Noble, rest in peace to your mother. I'm so sorry to hear about your loss. Rest in peace, Andre Noble. Rest in peace to your mother, Andre. I'm sorry for your loss. Truly sorry for your loss. My breakdown is that I would, if they were the same age, I would have Danny Garcia. I mean, I would have Lara win that fight, but man, I'm thinking I might take Danny Garcia in this fight because of the age. I just have a feel Danny is somebody that picks it up in the second half of the fight. He may start connecting on Erislandy Lara now that Erislandy Lara doesn't move like he used to move. But obviously, if it you had Erislandy Lara, who's a very slick fighter, very good footwork, southpaw, and then of course you've got Danny Garcia, who's got a tremendous left hook, very good counterpuncher, thinking fighter. So I figure it's going to be kind of a tactical fight for a while until you get in the second half of the fight. Man, I still got to go with I think I still got to go to Erislandy Lara on that. I still got to go with Erislandy Lara. I think it would be a big gap between the two if Erislandy Lara was still younger, but he's not. So, but it's just still hard for me to envision Danny Garcia counterpunching his way to a victory over Erislandy Lara. And I highly doubt he catches him and stops him. So, that's about the best I can do it on that. Love it or hate it. What's up, man? Hi. Hey, what's up, man? $5 holler from Team Superfly. Shout out to Team Superfly, man. Shout out to Team Superfly. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. You got Lara by KO. That's serious, Tunnel Vision. I can't go with that one. What? Phil Donahue passed? Wow, he died 4 days ago. I wonder why his name came up. Wow, he died 4 days ago. Wow. And who's the other person? Afa, I don't know who that is. It's a Somalian professional wrestler. Oh, okay. The uncle of The Rock. Wow. Okay. Rest in peace. Rest in peace. Rest in peace. Rest in peace. G-Man King, salute. Good video on daddy issues with Schofield. Thank you. Yay, that passed 4 days ago. Wow. Man, how unfortunate, man. Well, we all pass at some point in time, but Phil Donahue, man. Phil Donahue was doing his thing. Then he let Farrakhan on. Just like Arsenio Hall was doing his thing. Then he let Farrakhan on, and them boys went about ruining them careers for that. I say it goes 12, Danny by decision. What's going on, Sunchild? Robert Smiley, good morning. Yeah, let me check some. Let me see if she responded. Thought I sent her one. Okay, yeah, I sent her a note. Hopefully, I'll hear back. I thought I sent her a note, but I didn't. I didn't press send on it. Fresh Baker said the same thing going on with DC Councilman Trayon White. He endorsed Farrakhan. Now they're taking him down. Oh yeah, man. You can't really, you got to remember you work for the people with the hats on. You got to act like you work for. You got to keep in your mind it's like you work for them. Phoenix the Assassin says a Garcia fought at 147 in 220, took 2 years off, came back at 154, then took 2 years off, and is coming back to 160. Lars been more active. Last thing rings were KO, with 2 being one punch KOs. Yeah, but if he sits there with Danny Garcia, he can get cracked. But I think I do have Erislandy Lara in that fight. Thank you, Woody Wood. For now, what do you think about Shakur signing with Eddie Hearn? I don't think we're going to get any good fights. I don't think we're going to get any good fights out of Shakur until he leaves Eddie. I don't think there were any good fights with I don't think Devin had any good fights with Eddie, did he? How many did Canelo Alvarez have any good fights with that you wanted with Eddie Hearn? Didn't get the AJ Deontay Wilder fight, so I'm not that sold on him making big fights for American fighters. None of them come off the top of my head. You see what's happening with Jaron. I mean, and that's why I say I think I understand what's going on with that offer from Jaron Ennis. Eddie Hearn is the one I think that sent that offer. I remember reading something in an article, one of these news articles, where it talked about Eddie Hearn giving a low offer to Brian Norman because basically he was doing it just to appease Jaron, but he wasn't really seriously trying to make the fight. And that jives with what Brian Norman said about the low ball offer. Now, on the other side, Brian Norman turned down that offer. I hate to be technical with it, but Brian Norman turned down that offer. That was not an untrue statement from Jaron Ennis. Kamal says, will you be calling Beterbiev, Bivol, and Dubois AJ? And hold on a second, man. And you mean Shakur Stevenson versus Joe Cordina? Yeah, because that's in the afternoon. I'll do it. That's in the afternoon. I think I called the last fight. I just called the fight not too long ago. So yeah, I'm cool with that. Yeah, there's two schools of thoughts. There's different ways I can look at this thing with Shakur, though. If I want to be look at it, be a negative, if I want to look at it negatively, I can be like, look, he's trying to wait Gervonta out. There's a couple options. He could be either waiting Gervonta out and saying, yeah, I'm going to fight Gervonta, but I need a little bit of to see a little bit of decline. I need to see a little bit of decline. I need to study him longer. I need to watch him more. It could be that. So he says, hey, I'll go. Or he could be naive and think that Eddie Hearn's going to get him that fight. Dude, I'm saying, dude, you can slow down. Little dudes, slow down. And what is Shakur, like 27? He's a couple years younger than him. But he may say, hey, man, you don't want to catch somebody on a big winning streak like that. He may want to wait until he sees something where he thinks he can really do something with it. Anyway, no more questions unless you guys hit this link. This is this link. Why would you have to drop someone to win the fight? That's what's wrong. You don't have to drop somebody to win a fight. I don't know who said that, but they would definitely be doing wrong. He's doing that, Fanon. I don't know. Fran. Oh, God dang it, friends. I hate these questions. I don't know. We'll see. Stay tuned. What's going on, Dave Williams? Yes, sir. All present and accounted for. Present. All present and accounted for. All present and accounted for. Eddie Hearn already said in a clip that he isn't looking to fight Tank. I mean, we know that. Look, man, they're not trying to get Shakur beat, man. If you want to know what Eddie Hearn's going to say, Eddie Hearn ain't trying to get him beat. We supposed to. We'll see. There's been confusion the last several days. What did Hearn do for Farmer and Michael Hunter? Nothing. Got him some paydays. Got him a series of paydays. But Michael Hunter, absolutely nothing. Didn't have any interest in doing anything for Eddie Hearn. I mean, in doing anything for Michael Hunter. How can I help you?
Hey, good morning, Fanon. How you doing, man?
Well, how are you?
I'm actually doing pretty good, man. I just signed up for grad school at a HBCU, FAMU. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, and I've decided I'm a pledge. I don't know if they let grad school students do that shit, but I decided I'm gonna do it. I've been doing my research. I've
All right,
been
man. We
learning.
need to talk boxing, man.
But yeah, man, I was gonna say, man, Shakur, man, oh man, this matchroom thing is literally what I thought it would be. It's like when you look at the lightweights that are in any other promotional company, and then you look at Matchroom's lightweights. What do you see, Fanon?
You tell me.
I only see three people. I only see three contenders. Not even contenders. I only see three boxers in the lightweight division at Matchroom. Who is this man finna fight? Who is this man about to fight on this deal?
Joe Cordina.
Okay. Other than Joe Cordina, is it about to be a bunch of Joe Cordinas? Like, what's going on?
There's going to be a bunch of Joe Cordinas.
Wow. Well, hopefully
Matchroom got British lightweights for days, I'm sure.
I just hope at least he uses this opportunity because I've always been of the idea Shakur needs to like do a bit of rebranding. So maybe this is a good thing, you know. Maybe he goes to Matchroom, makes spectacular work out of all these Euro bums, you know, as he is expected to, because he is very talented. So maybe if he does go to Matchroom and whoops everybody, it'll actually do something good for his career. But the thing is, the people are gonna talk shit. Like the haters, the me's, all the people that want to see Shakur fail, they are going to have a lot to say. Because how do you go from requesting the top fights to signing to the promotional company with the literal worst fights possible in your division? It doesn't make any sense to me, but that's really all. I just wanted to say, man, I'm excited, man. I'm ready for grad school, man.
What are you doing at grad school? What are you going to grad school for?
Business. I'm trying to finally get my MBA. It's gonna be tough, but I'm ready.
Hey, do
Right?
your thing, man. Well, I appreciate you, Big Coffee. Congratulations, man, on making that move.
Yes, sir. Thank you, man.
All right, man. Get back, sir.
Yes,
Peace.
sir.
That's good, man. Peacemaker said Tank is just now about to turn 30, so Shakur can't bank on him declining soon. Shakur relies on lightning reflexes, which may start declining soon. I'm not saying that he's going to age him but just waiting for him to show some type of vulnerability. I don't know. Maybe he thinks he's going to start drinking or something. You know what I mean? Maybe, I don't know. But whatever the case is, going to Eddie Hearn is a way not to get that fight made. And it doesn't seem like he went there for the money, because I don't remember anybody saying that they were going to offer him a lot of money to sign with Eddie. But maybe he's getting a lot of money because, he's going to fight on Turkey Al-Sheikh cards. But I mean, who he's going to fight? I mean, obviously he's not going to fight the best. He's not going to fight very good people. Unless, William Zepeda turns around and fights next. G-Man King, why isn't Terrence Crawford signed to Eddie Hearn then? Why isn't Tyson Fury signed to Eddie Hearn then? Deontay Wilder's not signed to Eddie Hearn. Wasn't signed to Eddie Hearn. Pitbull Cruz is not signed with Eddie Hearn. What do you mean? You just kind of say stuff, huh? What's going on, Big Kev? Ooh, man. God dog, I'm taking a day off soon. God dog, bro. Thank you so much, David Williams. Amazing. Said, man, that's huge. We got two, man. Shout out to my guy, Dave Williams. Yeah, that's huge, man. That's huge. Right along with my guy, Banks, the boxing fan. Thank you, brother. Thank you so much for your support for the channel, David Williams. You are the king of the red. And that means a lot because we wear red around here. I see you, Kamal. I'm starting to think these fighters want to be like Floyd and retire undefeated. But what is the purpose of retiring undefeated and not having great fighters on your resume? I could be wrong, but it sure seems that way. Well, if they ain't trying, they're doing a damn good shot of running on with it, man. He said, "Oh, come on, Fanon, it's nothing." Nah, it's just a lot to me, dog. I appreciate you, David Williams. Kamal, what up, man? You on mute.
Hey, Fanon, what's up?
Chilling, man. What's on your mind, man?
Hey, I want to shout out to everyone who's supporting the channel today. They're coming out, Fanon. I just got to throw my hands of praise to the people who are contributing, giving us this great boxing knowledge, affording you the lifestyle you need to give us this great boxing knowledge.
Thank you, sir.
So I'm not too hopeful of Shakur with Matchroom, but I saw it coming from a mile away. I'm predicting it for 6 months. I said the tank fight wasn't happening anytime soon. Eddie will feed him a steady plethora of UK and Irish level, European level Euro bums. I mean, he had Demetrius Andre facing Walter Akangwakwa from Namibia. Give us free. Give us free from Amistad. He had him fighting random Irish people like the Lucky Charms guy. You got my Lucky Charms. So I'm just, if we judge Eddie Hearn by the stable of Wimbledon ball boys that he fed your boy Canelo Alvaroid and Turkish warlords and these random people like Camille Sesmeta, who Bum Lovkin fought, he's on that same card, I think, with Shakur Stevenson. He just got these most random Euro guys and African dudes that no one's ever heard of to feed to their A-sides. So, again, Shakur will be better. He will rebrand himself if he stops over-promising and under-delivering. You cannot be chasing greatness, telling people, having shirts that say no more ducking, and then in the top 15 of the WBC, you're fighting somebody who was actually Eddie Hearn just bribed. Mauricio Solomon said, put him in the top 15 of the WBC. He's actually the worst fighter there. And you can't tell me that every fighter in the WBC top 15 would turn down a title opportunity. That's just malarkey. Okay? So that's my prediction on it. I want to get your thoughts on that. Would Shakur be best suited to stop tweeting, stop talking?
Yeah.
And let his performances in the ring do something. Because you recall, Danny Garcia has a stacked resume. He got so much hate for the Rod Salka fight, but was Danny Garcia trashing other fighters when he fought Rod Salka?
No.
And that with that amount, thank you for the time.
All right, peace. Man, Rod Salka reference. What's going on, Phoenix Assassin?
Yo. You know, I had to come up after yesterday with the people upset that I wasn't saying anything favorable about Shakur, but I ain't gonna say nothing favorable about him now. Nah, I'm just playing. I'm gonna tell the truth on him. So when I was talking yesterday, a lot of people took issue with what I said about Shakur's opposition leading up to right now and potentially a fight with Gervonta Davis. And what I said was, looking at 126 and 130 don't matter too much because ain't none of those guys who got Gervonta's punching power, speed, boxing ability, way to set up traps, find out what a person is doing wrong, adjust, all that. None of them come close. Gervonta would sleep out to do Shakur and fight at 126 and 130. So that don't even matter. We're looking at 135 because that's where Shakur is right now. That's where Tank is right now. At 135, you can't tell me that Yoshino, Harutunian, Edwin De Los Santos, and now Joe Cordina are fighters that could prepare Shakur Stevenson more for Gervonta Davis than the guys that Gervonta has fought since moving up to 135. Even if you want to count Barrios at 140, Barrios hit harder than Shakur. But basically, everybody Tank fought hit harder than Shakur. If you want to talk about hand speed, Tank has fought people with hand speed that can rival his, and it's probably on level with Shakur's like Ryan Garcia and Frank Martin. You want to talk about foot speed. Even if you disagree about whether or not Frank Martin moved as well as uh, Shakur Stevenson, he still got that athleticism, and he is quick on his feet. Or Ryan Garcia, the fact that he's able to cut off the ring, and we just had Shakur in his last fight against Haratunian talk about Haratunian was moving too much and that he needs to work on cutting off the ring so he can deal with something like that in the future, right? You can't tell me that a guy who just had trouble cutting off the ring after complaining about how Edwin De Los Santos should have been the one to do the same against him, that he turned around and can't do it, is going to have an easy time if he has to come forward against somebody like Tank. We've seen Tank fight backwards. We've seen him fight coming forwards. We've seen him catch people coming forwards with shots and knock them out. We've seen him going backwards and knock people out. We've seen him catch them by surprise by setting up traps on them. We like people underplay Tank so much because he keep knocking people out. Like who else in boxing recently that you could say besides Floyd Mayweather is able to set things up intricately like Tank does? If you don't believe me, like look at Frank Martin. That was four different things that Tank did in that fight to go ahead and set up that knockout. From forcing him to always move towards the power hand, where people will tell you don't move towards the power hand. The Tank forced him to go that way, then forced him into the corner. And then once he saw how Frank was exiting the corner, started catching him with the right hook, overhand left coming out of. And then eventually it got to the point that Frank was conditioned to that, and Gervonta switched it up on him and caught him with the left uppercut instead of the overhand left. And that's what stunned him before he dropped him with that straight left. If you got guys who can think like that, okay, what person in Shakur fought at 135 that thinks like that, that's able to do something like that, right? Now, as far as who's better in terms of boxing IQ, you could say maybe they're on par, but I've seen Tank have to make more adjustments than Shakur. And the one time Shakur had to make an adjustment, which was cutting off the ring so he could put Haratunian away after having him hurt, he couldn't do that. We've seen Tank fight numerous guys where he's shorter, got a shorter reach, and he's able to take their jab away and establish his as the smaller fighter. We've seen Tank come forwards when when Floyd told him he was down on the unofficial scorecard. So he's thinking, okay, I got to go ahead and turn this around for myself. And he went out and did that. While Shakur, when his grandfather's telling him let his hands go, he want to go ahead and argue with him and do his own thing. Like, you can't look at these things and say that it's hating or that I'm capping or whatever anybody want to say. Like, this is stuff that is real that you can go back and look at and verify. So, like any of y'all who want to tell me what I said that's not true, then tell me. Tell me. Otherwise,
we challenging debate. Somebody sponsored this already.
Yeah, so that's what I'm saying. Like all of them yesterday was talking about I'm capping. I don't know what I'm talking about. I expose how little I know about boxing because I'm hating on Shakur. Yet not a single one of them has told me what I'm true, what's not true. Not one of them has told me what's speculation. So that's the thing. I'm like, y'all, I'm out here pointing out real things that you can see in the ring. Like, what's up with that? I mean, shoot, Shakur had a busted hand and danced around the ring. Tank had a busted hand, went out and still outscored the dude with one hand. That was an aggressive fighter like Pitbull, which is different from De Los Santos because De Los Santos still wasn't pressing Shakur like that. Even though Shakur was moving all around, he wasn't even able to cut off the ring on him. So tell me, like, what am I saying that ain't true that you can't go back and look at and see in the ring? Like, and if nobody got an answer for that, then that's just too damn bad. Like, there's a time where you got to be honest about, all the people that you're fans of. Like me, I watch boxing like so damn much. Apart from being in the gym, apart from training people, like I still watch boxing. I go back and watch an old fight. I could watch the same fight, 5 times in one day just to pick it apart and look at different things that's happening in the fight. I don't care. Like, shoot, even all the other cards that be showing up on Wednesdays, like man, I was glad to see Jared Hurd back because he ain't been out there in a minute. But like even them Wednesday fights, shoot, how many of y'all is actually out there looking at these things, or y'all just watching YouTube and getting on Twitter and talking this stuff?
you kind of off the general point. Do you have anybody specific that you're speaking of in the chat?
Well, I mean, boxing hack could be, he gonna be all over the place.
Okay,
And then
so now
who's the other one? Who is the other one? Shakur's main man.
Fahim Shakur?
Oh, yeah, that's probably him. Cause he said, I think he's the one who was saying that my hate exposed how little I know about boxing. But hey, not one of them. And I think there was another one, but ain't nobody told me what I said that wasn't factual.
Yeah, because
So
that's okay, man. Let's. I mean, I think everybody knows that you broke it down. That you know what you're talking about, man.
Yeah, so I have to
You don't
come
have
back and hit them with the truth instead of the hate.
Yes,
I gotta
sir.
have to balance out with it.
For sure. Well, all right,
But all
man.
right,
Thank you,
man.
Phoenix. Yeah, they ain't
For
nobody
sure, for
going.
sure.
Yeah. All
All
right,
right,
man.
you have a good Friday, man. You take it easy and stay safe.
You as well, Phoenix. Thank you, sir.
All right.
Boy, y'all, Shakur, hey, actually, I can't even say. Anyway, agreed. Tank is more well-rounded ring IQ than Shakur. Shakur has a high IQ, but he's limited in some important ways that leave him very vulnerable to the top opponent with the fast hands power. Really, Breezy, if you, I wish Cass. I think that people really went at you though, frequent Phoenix, because you were really trolling. You were cracking jokes on the dude for a long time. So I think you may have got underneath their skin a little bit, man. Lewis 4500. I think pretty much most people think that Shakur Stevenson would be the underdog in that fight. Oh, I know, RBZ. I know you're not talking to me. Yeah, I did understand as much. I did understand as much, RBZ. I did understand. I did notice. Here's that link, though, while I sip on my coffee. Actually, let me check this Cash App. Thank you for the $5 holler in the Cash App again. Sir, I think you're tripping a little bit this morning, man. I think you're tripping a little bit, homie. The betting guys got him as an underdog. Yeah. If you look at the odds, he's a big underdog too. He's like plus, it's a minus, give me 1 second. Give me 1 second. I'll be right back. Thank you, Miss Delane Bedford. Where is that? Give me 1 second. I'm sorry. I'll be right back. Come on, man. I got to get you, sir. You out here tripping. Uh, I hear somebody clicked. I can't find this dude. Where'd he go? Yeah. It's really strange that I cannot find you, homie, because I'm dang sure about to clip you if I do. See you. Anyway, can't find you. Odd. RBZ, how can I help you?
What's going on, Fanon?
I'm chilling, man. How can I help you, man? How are you?
Yeah, Fanon. None of that was to you, know what I mean? That was to Phoenix.
No, I can tell. I know.
Yeah, I'm Essex County boy, South Ward boy, just like Shakur Nork in the building, you heard?
Yes,
Phoenix
sir.
come up here, he's a long-winded hater. Like, it's crazy how much this man come up here and just be hating like that. I don't know if he trolling or he's serious. It got to the point where this man come up here, I have to click off for a second, go and make a sandwich or something and come back and hope you back talking boxing. It's ridiculous, bro, the stuff that he says. Now, Phoenix, you just got up here and said Tank had to make a bunch of adjustments in his fights when you never seen Shakur have to make any. From last time I checked, Shakur was still undefeated. So it's looking like Shakur's more dominant in his style than Tank if he ain't have to adjust. The resumes not too far apart. That is just crazy what Phoenix come up here and do every day. Like, it's just hate. It's hate. All I'm saying is Shakur hate, Shakur hate, Shakur hate. These guys gotta fight him. These guys gotta fight him. That's the only way y'all could shut him up and prove that he not what he is, what he say he is. Fight the guy. Salute, Fanon.
Salute to you, RBZ. I appreciate that, man. Come on up, man. Well, I mean, thank you for coming on up. And yeah, when I was reading it, I knew you weren't talking to me. And
I was listening because I just clicked on your live. I'm like, here go Phoenix again. So I just was listening to what he was saying. I'm like, this dude coming off like a troll, but it is what it is. I know he's a big supporter of the channel. I've been here for a while, but it's just weird. It's weird, but it is what it is.
Yeah, I think he and you my guy Phoenix, but I just think he and Franz Kafka had like an informal battle to see who could talk the most shit about Shakur for a couple of days. So I was like, yeah. At a certain point in time, it's like, look, man, Shakur is a good fighter, man. Shakur is not trash. So any of the conversation around him that makes it appear as if Shakur is trash and is not ready for a fight and all, man, I got a hard time with that. So I feel what you're talking about, man. But yeah, there's a lot of disgruntled people with Shakur.
I know it's good, like, content for people to go against certain fighters or whatever, but it's like with our people, it's like, because I support Tank. I have receipts to show all the pay-per-views. He's entertaining to me. I could support all these guys at the same time. It's like people just, if they have a favorite, they want to tear down the other guy. So if Tank whoops Shakur, what is Shakur? What credit are we giving to Tank's resume if he beat Shakur?
A lot. For me.
I know.
You dipped off. You can jump back. Hey. Phoenix says Sassa got a message for you. He said he still ain't said what I said wrong. Shakur being undefeated isn't an adjustment in the ring.
No, Phoenix, you saying Tank make plenty and multiple adjustments. That was my whole point. We didn't see Shakur get to the point where he had to. That's my whole point. And he's been winning. Y'all talk like it's just so one-sided because Tank is a good fighter. He's a great fighter. High IQ, great power. We just want to see that matchup. What are you going to do against the top 2 rated defense in boxing out of him and Bivol. What are you going to do with that? With somebody with that type of quickness and IQ in the ring. Y'all compare Frank Martin. You was talking about Frank Martin's quickness and his.
Hey, this Phoenix is right here, okay?
All right, I'm going to just end it like this.
Okay.
Frank Martin kept circling to Tank's power hand the whole fight, brother. That's not high IQ. How many times did you watch that fight, brother? He got knocked out by Tank circling to his left hand. That's not high ring IQ, brother. I'm just tired of the Frank and Shakur compare. You can't compare it. You can't. All right, Fanon.
All right, man. I get back. Phoenix.
I'll be quick with this one because I'm on my way to a meeting. But saying that you can't compare Frank and Shakur, that is just false because you're looking at one avenue. You're talking only about ring IQ. You still have to look at athleticism. That's another thing that fighters can be compared by. You still have to look at how they move. Frank moving towards Tank's power hand, I explained that. Every time that Frank tried to move towards the right, towards Gervonta's lead hand, Gervonta was quick to move. That was the quickest he moved to cut Frank off and force him to go the other way. He started doing that from round 1. Anytime Frank moved to that weak side, Gervonta was hella quick to go ahead and cut him off and force him to move towards the power hand by the way that he was stepping. That's one thing that Gervonta did. Now, as far as Shakur not being in a situation where you had to see him make adjustments, look at his very last fight with Haratunya. Had the dude hurt. The adjustment he needed to make was to let his hands go and to cut off the ring, both of which he failed to do. Letting his hands go, he didn't listen to his grandfather. Cutting the ring off, he complained Haratunya moved too much and said that he himself needs to work on cutting off the ring. Those are adjustments. Adjustments aren't just when you down and need to try to figure out a way to get past what your opponent is doing. Adjustments also come in whenever you're supposedly in a dominant position and you want to go ahead and put an extra stamp on it to make a statement. You can adjust when you're in an awkward position. You can adjust when you're in a position of power. You can adjust no matter what in boxing. If you've been in the ring, you know that this ain't just random shit. Like, you don't know how long I've been up here in boxing. That's all I got for you. So if you don't look at that as needing an adjustment with Shakur in his last fight, then I don't know what to tell you, bro. And that's it for you.
All right, brother. Thank you, Phoenix.
Yep.
All right, man. Dean, by any means, what up, man? I thought you up, brother. How you been?
Man, Fanon, I've been great, man. I've been phenomenal. Shout out to the Phenomenal Show, my guy, man. And I've been okay, Fanon. How you been, man? You good?
Man, I can't complain, man. Out here trying to do it, man, on the grind.
Man, you doing it, Fanon. I ain't gonna lie, man. Your content, the new channel and everything, man. I like the topics you've been talking about, your perspective on it. I'm glad that you started that new channel, man, for real, because you're putting a lot of insightful stuff out there. I just wanted to tell you I respect it, man.
Thank you, man. I appreciate that. Thank you, Dean.
Yes, sir. Fanon, what's so crazy?
Videos coming up today over there.
That's my guy. Fanon, it's crazy because I like Shakur Stevenson. When everybody was saying he wasn't special after the De Los Santos fight, I was defending him. Fanon, me and you was out here about that fake offer, that fake 25% that they was talking about that Devin said. We was on it. When people were sitting up there saying Shakur Stevenson is boring, we didn't trash the man. The problem that I'm having from Shakur and Shakur fans is, though, Fanon, you can't have it both ways, though. You can't want to defend Shakur. Why people saying this about Shakur, but y'all wasn't up here saying none of that when Shakur was sitting up there trashing Frank Martin. Y'all didn't come up here and hold him accountable for that. How you gonna trash Frank Martin, Shakur? I like you. How you gonna trash Frank Martin when you was just trying to fight him? So you want to have it both ways. He said Gervonta Davis is not taking risks. Shakur said that. I didn't tell Shakur to say that. And then you announce Joe Cardina and fight Arthur, two guys coming off of losses. You can't talk about risk at that point. It's just logic, though. Y'all got to stop with the it's hate when there's more. It's just logic. You can't talk bad about Frank Martin when you just tried to fight him. You can't talk about a guy taking risks when you're fighting two guys coming off of losses. I was shouting to the heavens, Fanon, don't go to Matchroom. Shakur, don't go to Matchroom. He don't have nobody over there for you to fight, Shakur. And at this point in time in your career, you need to be stepping up in the fights, not going backwards. And I was so correct, Fanon, that he didn't have no 135-pounders for him. He had to get a guy from 130. But y'all want people to be quiet about that because it don't benefit Shakur at that point. Nah, bro. When Gervonta Davis is my guy. When he had that court case, Fanon, and he was doing all that complaining, me and Fanon was up here saying, nah, bro, you got to do what the judge say. I love you to death. You ain't show no remorse. So she don't want to let you out of the state of Maryland. That is her. She has the right to do that. It is what it is. When you don't want it to be like that, then that's a problem. Ain't nobody tell Shakur to go to Matchroom. I told him to do that. You told him to do that. Who told him to do that? And then complain about the fights afterwards that you get that don't nobody want to fight you? Well, what you want me to do? He said that Vasyl Lomachenko, he want Vasyl Lomachenko next. Shakur said Gervonta Davis not ducking him. So then y'all want us to hold Gervonta Davis accountable for something Shakur is not even saying. How can I do that? If the fighter is saying the other fighter is not ducking him, how can I say that fighter's ducking him? Shakur also said this, Phenom, before I land my plane, that he was going to talk to all the promotional companies. He never went and had a meeting with PBC to see what they could offer. He kept saying they're going to make me the last fight. He didn't know that. And it's the other thing. How would Shakur know that Gervonta not ducking him if the PBC never called him back? How would he know that? How would he know that Gervonta Davis is not ducking him if he never heard back from him? He said everybody else is a duck, but not Gervonta. So, hello, can you hear me?
Yeah, no, you broke
Fanon,
up.
can you hear me?
You broke up for a second. I
got a phone call. I got a phone call. I'm about to get that. That's all I wanted to say, though, Fanon. I appreciate you, man. And look, man, we support Shakur Stevenson. He's still a special fighter. I still think he's great. All of those things. I still think all of that. But I ain't got to like all his business decisions and his moves, and I don't want to hear him complaining about it afterwards. It is what it is. If Gervonta Davis would have announced Joe Cordina, I would have been up here saying it's trash the same way.
Dog, if he would have announced Joe Cordina, oh, my God. I can't imagine the explosion if he said he was fighting Joe Cordina.
Oh, my Lord. Fanon, could you imagine? And that's my only point. Continue to show, big dog. I appreciate you, man.
All right, man. Get back. Peace. Hold on one second, Tando. Hunter Young and then Hunter Young, Tando, then Rich Porter. But before I do, R. Breezy said, Deem, he wasn't trying to fight Frank. The sanctioning body ordered Frank for 3 vacant belts. You just be chatting. Hold on. Oh, you're talking about Shakur Stevenson. Yeah, Shakur. They did order Shakur Stevenson to they did order Frank to do that. That is correct. Hey, Al Ray Jones. Hey, Al Jones. Thank you, brother. Just a little support for the channel. Thank you, sir. That's a lot of support. Thank you so much for your support, man. Appreciate you mucho. And then my guy, Chevy SS. What's going on, Mr. Smith? Said, I like this conversation you just had, big bro. Thank you, man. Thank you, Torrey Smith. Hunter Young.
What's going on, Fanon? How you
Chilling,
doing?
man. What's going on? What's going on with you, sir?
Doing good for old man. Not as old as you, but you know.
You're a young man. You 54. You're a young man.
But it's just very strange to me how fast everything went. So when Shakur was up here with Kenny, not too long after that, Loma was like, he's dropping out, right? And then maybe like a couple of days or a few days after that, Shakur was like, he did the interview. He's like, well, he started stuttering about if Tank and them reached out to him. And this is after, Loma dropped out the fight. And then he said, yeah, well, they reached out and we told them to get back to us. Now he knows as well as I know, as well as everyone knows, yeah, they'll get back to you, but they're not going to get back to you in like a couple of days. So, but after that, he was able to get 2 fights because they're saying they agreed with the Zepeda fight, but Zepeda said, hey, let's push it back to February. And he was able to get this Joe guy, whoever, I don't even really know, Gordino.
Joe Gordina.
Yeah, Gordina. And he was able to get that. So within a span of about 3 weeks, Shakur was able to get 2 fights, roughly, about 3 weeks, I guess, 2 fights. And he just fought like a month ago?
Not very long ago, that's for sure.
So he was able to do all that, but yet his fans would say, "Well, Tank never got back to him." But hold on. So he couldn't wait another couple of weeks for Tank to get back to him. But he was able to do all this. He was able to get 2 fights basically done in like 3 or 4 weeks. But this is what I was saying about Key Alexander. Key Alexander said, you noticed how Joe Cordina had moved up to number 13? And her thought, I don't want to really speak for her, but she made a good point. She was like, Joe Cordina was randomly moved up to 13 in 135 after coming off a knockout loss. And she was like, in her words, she's basically saying, nah, this was all planned from the jump. She was like, Eddie and Shakur, basically, they knew about this fight way before the whole thing happened with Tank and Loma. Right around the time Tank and Loma started doing what right after. And I don't want to. I can try to just remember what she said, but the way she broke it down, I was like, damn, that makes a lot of sense because why was Joe Cordina moved up to 13? And she said this happened before they announced the Shakur fight.
Who's this, Key?
Yeah, Key. I wish she was on here.
So what did she say?
She was like, Joe Cordina.
I got 3 people.
Real quick. Basically, Joe Cordina was moved up to 13 before the Shakur fight was announced. And she was like, why did they move him up to 13? And he was just coming off a loss. How did they know he was going to move up? And then, she just broke it down like that. And I was like, damn, that does seem kind of suspicious that they moved the guy who just lost to the 13th spot at 135, and all of a sudden Shakur is fighting him. And her thing was like, nah, this is something fishy going on, because that means her thoughts were they had no intention of fighting Tank, and this was the plan all along. So I wish she was up here because she can explain it much better than I just did.
Okay, I get the gist though. So yeah, I can look at it. I don't know when he popped up into the rankings.
But that's all I had, man.
All right, man. Thank you, Hunter Young. I appreciate you, bro.
Yep.
All right, peace. Tiondo, how can I help you?
You can hear me?
I can hear you.
All right, Matt. I don't know. I just feel like the general comments that I've been hearing kind of don't make a lot of sense. The main thing, and you said it before, a lot of people keep saying, how does Shakur have a high IQ if he can't cut the ring off?
I said that?
No, you didn't say it. But you did. What you did say was, what you said was, cutting off the ring is not something he'll need in a Tank fight, which I don't get why the argument keeps coming up, because that's exactly right, in my opinion. At what point during the Tank fight is Shakur going to need to cut the ring off?
I don't, not unless he's down on the cards and about to try to commit suicide by going after him.
And I guess I also feel like just because you haven't seen something from somebody doesn't mean they can't do it, right?
Definitely true.
And I feel like that's also a lot of the comments. They keep saying, what if Shakur gets down on the cards? Well, we haven't seen him be down on the cards, so we don't know what he'll do. But you can't just say he can't do something because you haven't seen him do it. That's just my general feeling. I don't know what'll happen.
I'm pretty damn sure he ain't knocking out Tank.
Well, I mean, sure, it just depends on how far down you are on the cards. Like,
man, I don't care what he does. They can fight 20 rounds. He ain't knocking that dude out.
Oh, I don't think that either. But I also don't think. I just don't feel like he's gonna get down on the cards either. He's just not the profile.
Just because you've never seen it before doesn't mean it can't.
You're right.
Happen.
You're right.
That's what you said. You're right.
I said that's what I think, though. I'm not saying that's what's gonna happen. That's just what I think. But yeah, that's really it. I feel like sometimes we gotta stop predicting things that don't really matter, and that's the main thing with the cut the ring off point. But other than that, I just want to see it made the Cordina fight, or however you say his last name, sure is garbage, but at this point, I mean, why not get some money? Just like when Terrence Crawford, he fought on that network that was only around for his fight, I think.
BLK Prime?
Yeah, exactly.
They got another fight coming up.
Oh, do they?
Yeah, they got some fights coming up. I think I saw something. Somebody's fighting over there.
Yeah, but basically, she signed up for the bag and then got ready. I mean, that's the way I see it. I'm not even. I mean, obviously, no one thinks this is a legacy fight for Shakur. Apparently, Zepeda is still lined up for afterwards. So, I mean, I'm not gonna say I have no problem with the fight because I don't really care to watch it, but I'm not mad at him to go get money to fight somebody. So it is what it is.
You ain't mad at him for fighting Cordina?
I mean, for money at this point, because all the people they said he's gonna fight are still in the mix. It's not like he said he's not gonna fight Zepeda and he's not gonna fight Tank. He's just taking something in the meantime. If Zepeda was the next option, he said he don't want to fight till February. He want to take something in between there. Why not? I mean, I'm not interested in the fight. Don't get me wrong, but everything ain't for everybody. Like, I mean, I don't have to be happy with everything you do. As long as he fights the fights I do want to see eventually, I mean, it is what it is, I guess.
Yes, sir. All right, man. Well, I appreciate you. How do you pronounce it? Tando?
Tando.
All right, Tando. Thank you, man. Get back.
All right, man.
All right. Rich Porter in the building. What's up, Rich Porter?
What's the deal for nine?
Same old thing, man. What's going on with you?
Nah, man. I just really came more to make a couple points. Like, I don't see the reasoning for Tank fans to hate Shakur. Like Phoenix, he seemed like he just hates Shakur because every time I watch your show, he trashing that man. And it's like, dude,
you don't like Shakur.
Yeah, you just clearly don't like Shakur. Tank is God in his eyes, can't do no wrong. But I think the Joe Cordina fight is more or less like a play on Shakur and Eddie slick working together, on some Matchroom, DAZN type stuff, because what 135 pounders do Eddie and DAZN really have like that besides Zepeda, and he's with Golden Boy in DAZN. So, I mean, Shakur got to eat. I mean, if he sit around waiting on Tank, what if Tank don't fight him for another 2 years? Y'all be satisfied with him just sitting around waiting? Like, I understand Cordina ain't the best opponent, but you got to stay active and feed your family. Taking them year or two layoffs, that'll tear down what you got, building your momentum, and you got to feed your family. You got to get some money. So I don't blame him for taking these little fights to stay active, stay ready. Like, that's part of the game. I mean, they could have been better names, but you can't make nobody fight you. If Cordina's available to fight and willing to fight, why not take it and get the money? I mean, but that's really my point, man. People, just because you're a fan of Tank or Shakur or Bud, you ain't got to trash other fighters, man. Just support your guy. Keep it like that.
Yes, sir. All right, Rich. Thank you, man.
Okay, for now.
All right, now get back. Asunta, how can I help you?
Hey, what's going on, Fanon?
I'm good, sir. What's up with you, man?
Ain't too much, man. I see a whole bunch of talking, man. Like, everybody got their favorites. I understand that. And I really rock with both fighters. I fuck with Tank. I fuck with Shakur. You know what I'm saying? But, whenever Shakur, he's got something lined up right now with a Cordina, don't nobody want to fight or don't nobody want to see that. I understand that. You feel me? But I don't feel like he would have to be fighting Cordina right now if Zepeda never stepped to the side and said, hey, we're going to fight in February. You know what I'm saying? So when people say, why is he fighting Cordina? Why is he not fighting Zepeda is my question.
Yeah, I mean, actually, Zepeda didn't want it. Oscar De La Hoya and those guys, probably. I didn't think that they would be fighting him. What is the date for the Shakur fight? Because it's on the undercard of B-Vol. Is that in October?
Yeah, I believe it is October.
Well, he can fight. He could fight dude in February. If that's right. If it's because you got November, December, January, February. If it's October 12th, then yeah, he probably could. It'd be a quick turnaround, but that's 4 months. Yeah, he can still do it.
I mean, you see how quick Mason turning shit around. So I don't see why not.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I mean, I would say that's a different level, but he's about to fight Cordina, so that's about the same level that Abdullah Mason's fighting on. But yeah. Okay, cool. Yeah, but he may get. But I don't know why he's fighting. Why Zepeda didn't take the fight, other than more than likely Zepeda was going to lose. But also maybe Eddie Hearn said let's have a couple paydays before we go and get in there with Zepeda. But he's going to beat Zepeda. But yeah, anyway, that's my take.
Yeah, I got him dogging Zepeda too. And Oscar De La Hoya, he said how bad he wanted the fight, prior to, and then once he finally gets the opportunity, now he's pushing it back.
Yeah.
So yeah, with Tank, I know he's probably gonna fight Rayo, and I feel like that they already were hinting around at him fighting Pitbull anyway. Whenever you were speaking with Kenny Ellis, he kind of hinted around at that. And I feel like it was due to demographics, because he'll make for a bigger money pool, which makes sense to me. So I ain't mad at him for that.
No, man, I ain't mad at him at all, man. I got to do a couple dudes right behind you. Actually, in a lady.
Yeah, all right, man. That's all I wanted to say, man.
Thank you. Hey, it's Asante. Okay,
Yes,
gotcha.
sir. Keep doing your thing, man.
All right, man. Thank you, brother. You have a great day, man.
All right, be easy.
Yes, sir. You as well. One time. What up, man?
What up? I know it's been a while, so let me try to get straight to it since there's a line. To the Rich Porter guy that was speaking right before the gentleman that just got off, like what any fighter could say that in regards to, gotta stay busy and feed your family and things like that. So I don't even think that computes. The reason why a lot of people are giving Shakur crap is because of his own doing. He talked so much crap up to this point, then he tucked his tail in. Now now his fans making excuses of staying busy and things like that. And no, we're not letting them off the hook for that. You want to get on videos with your shirt off talking about, stop ducking me, this the fight that happened and this and that. And you can't wait around to so-called negotiate to make a fight with Tank. Like he's supposed to acquiesce to his timeline of when everything's supposed to be done. But the main point, I just wanted to answer that. The reason why I called up, just to offer a different perspective on why things happen the way they happen. This is not factual, just theoretical. I think Eddie Hearn got into Shakur's ear and told him, like, right now, you have zero leverage. All you're going to do is become a highlight reel for Tank and not make that much money from it, because he has no profile, and it really shows. The fact that he got demoted to a co-main event is within itself. So I think the play is trying to get Shakur into fights where he looks good, or at least score some knockdowns, knockouts and stuff, because coming off two atrocious looking as far as stylistic wise, not boxing pedigree and winning anything like that, but stylistically and fanfare, it made him regress. It did him no favors. So, and just me watching interviews and understanding how I feel Eddie Hearn operates, he wants to build his profile, Shakur's profile back up and get him better fan favor, and also get people to believe in, damn, he may actually have a chance against Tank. And part of doing that trick is making him look good against very subpar competition. So that was just my objective view on what's going on within this whole thing.
Hey, thanks one time. Hey, man, you may have a point, man. Just give him some easy fights, make him look good. Yes, sir. Hey, thank you one time.
Yeah, thank you. I'll let the next person come up. Appreciate it.
All right, brother, get back.
Yeah.
Man, that is huge. Thank you so much. Phenomenal. Noop said, listen to some terrible cope in favor of Shakur, bullish. How can I can actually cuss, man. Y'all hooked up the chat today. Listen to some terrible cop in favor of this Shakur bullshit. How can anybody justify this? Kerr has had 3 stay busy fights in his last 4. He ran to Hearn because that's the Tank protection plan, because he knows Hearn can't make a Tank fight. It does smell of the Terrence Crawford re-sign with I see you 2 Cent with Bob Arum. Reminds me of when Terrence Crawford re-signed with Bob Arum. People aren't ducking Shakur. They're ducking being written off for being a boring fight. No promoter or fighter wants to lose the bag for that. Hey, God, and thank you so much for that $50 holler, Nuke. That's huge. Thank you for that red. And gongs for everybody. 2 Cent. What's up, 2 Cent?
Is my signal good? Can you hear me?
You can turn it. If you can turn it up a little bit, that would be better.
What about now?
Let me check my volume. Say again.
What about now?
That's better. Yeah.
Okay. Cool. What's going on, panel? What up, Fanon? You know, I've spoke a lot about this topic, but I wanted to come up here and give my 2 cents on a few specific points. I'm glad that you just said this is kind of like Terrence Crawford with the re-signing with Top Rank. I've been saying, and I said for a long time, that Shakur Stevenson is Crawford 2.0. If nobody has noticed, he's kind of making moves very, very similar to Terrence Crawford. And I'm glad you put in the title something about Haney, because people don't want to acknowledge it, but the pattern has been, let's call out Tank when he's not available or I'm not available. Let's say we can step in, we can do this, we can do that, knowing that it's no way possible. The only thing now is that there's been holes in Shakur plan. It's been stripped apart, kind of how he stripped down in that video with them chains on when he said Tank was ducking him, because Loma dropped out of the fight. So now you're kind of stuck like a deer in headlights, because it's like, oh shoot, now we both available. So I will actually have to fight him, when all honesty, you was never available because you already made the plan with Eddie Hearn. And I made a video and I said, if Shakur Stevenson goes somewhere like Matchroom where he knows the fight can't happen, I don't believe he has any intentions on fighting Tank. And that's exactly what he did. And for you to say the reason why you didn't sign the PBC is because they might make you fight last, what does that have to do with anything? What does you fighting last have to do with anything when you went to Eddie Hearn and you're not going to fight him next anyway? So all of these things Shakur is saying is just excuses. It's all smoke and mirrors. It's all smoke screens, the chasing greatness, the I want to be a pay-per-view star. You're not making any moves to put yourself in a position to be a pay-per-view star. You're not making any moves to be getting yourself prepared for a Tank fight with these opponents that you were fighting. When I seen the De Los Santos fight, I was like, okay, maybe he putting himself in the position and getting ready for the fight. But we seen that performance and we seen how that went. And then now he's back to fighting fighters off a loss. Now he's fighting fighters moving up in a way off a loss. When you sat down and looked at the landscape of 135 at Matchroom, you really was like, yeah, I'm going to sign here. This is going to help advance me in my career and get closer to that pay-per-view star and that greatness that I keep talking about. When they offered you a fight on the undercard, you really thought in your mind, yeah, I'm going to take this fight on this undercard on a Saturday afternoon when my main fan base is probably going to be watching football. That's going to get me closer to a pay-per-view star. That's going to get me closer to greatness. No, Shakur Stevenson is about getting his money with the least risk. And that's what I mean when I say Terrence Crawford 2.0, the most money with the least risk. That's exactly what he's doing. At first, I was in between Shakur has no intentions on fighting Tank, or the fight might happen. Now I'm leaning more towards, I'm not sure if he have any intentions on fighting Tank. Nothing in his actions is showing that he really wants to fight Tank. His tune has changed. Now is Tank not ducking me? I'm not ducking him. I know the fight gonna happen. He's doing the exact opposite of what he's telling the fans. And people want to make excuses about his opponent as if he don't fight Tank, he can't fight nobody better than Joe Cordina. The fact that Tank didn't send him an offer, he got to fight Joe Cordina. The two are not correlated. The fact that Tank didn't send him an offer doesn't mean you got to go fight a subpar opponent. And a lot of his fans want to deflect and bring that up when you talk about that as if that makes it okay. And a lot of people say, oh, well, he just can't sit around and wait. Nobody said he had to sit around and wait. All we want to see is you fight fights that the public perceive to be competitive, which is what Terrence Crawford never did, which is why he doesn't have the fan base that he have, and he's not the starter he wants to be. It's the same thing. Y'all fights for the most money and the least risk, say F the fans, and then complain you don't have the support that you want. I don't understand that. But those are a few little points I want to come up here and make today, because it's not hate, it's just observations and opinions that people are making. It has nothing to do with anybody being a PBC lover. It has nothing to do with anybody being a Tank fan. We're talking about Shakur. But that's just my 2 cents about the situation.
Excellent points. Thank you very much. And it was a pleasure hearing it from you. How you
Thank
been
you,
doing?
I've been doing good. I've been in the chat.
Yeah, that's what's up. All right.
All
I'll
right.
get back
Peace
to
out.
2 cents. Peace. Keon, I need to see your face before I put you up. I don't need to see your face when I put you up, but you need to show me your face before you go up. Here's a link for you. I saw you Knockout Boxing 86 TV. Here's that link. I'll wait on you, Keon, until you guys show me your face. Man, the phenomenal Noop said what Hunter Young was saying. All right, I got you. Okay, I can see you. You can cover your face now. What's going on, Kiana? Hold on one second. What Hunter Young was saying regarding Key, shout out to Key, was that Kerr and Eddie had it planned for him to fight Cordina a month ago because he got moved up in the rankings out of the blue, which happens when a fight is coming. Yeah, no doubt. Keon, how can I help you, man?
Yeah, so I was listening to what everyone was saying about Shakur and Tank and that, but my thing is, why is Shakur's legacy defined by Tank Davis? Like, why is the onus not on Gervonta to make the fight rather than the other way around?
Don't nobody care about Shakur's legacy, man. They want to see a fight.
Yeah, no, but that's what I'm saying. They're saying that he should fight Gervonta, which I want to see. But I'm saying, why isn't the onus on Tank, the big star, who really wants to fight as well? Right?
The onus is on both of them.
No, yeah, but it doesn't feel like that though, because it feels like everyone's saying, "Oh, he's blocked the fight, moving to Eddie Hearn," and like, I get that because Gervonta doesn't like Eddie Hearn for whatever reason. But my thing is, if you really wanted to fight him, like, you'd push that aside and just make it, innit?
Well, I don't know, man, whether or not. I think there's a good reason to believe that Eddie Hearn may not make the fight, because Eddie Hearn ain't made any of the other big fight and didn't wind up making fights for Devin Haney. Devin Haney wound up having to go in the top rank to get a fight with George Kambosos.
Yeah, true. I'd say that's more on them not wanting to work with Eddie Hearn. So either way, it's kind of Eddie Hearn's fault. But like,
anyway you cut it, people are skeptical that the fight's going to happen because of Eddie Hearn's track record. Eddie Hearn never made the fight with Deontay Wilder and Anthony Joshua.
AJ, true. Yeah. We can say whatever, and it didn't happen for whatever reason. But doesn't there come a point where you, Gervonta, like, kind of take your career by the scruff of the neck and say, "Yo, this guy, everyone's saying is the best. Let me just go over there, or let me make a fight with him, knock him out, and end it." Don't you do that rather than, "Oh, he's over there"? Do you know what I mean? Like, that's what we all want to see.
I mean, if Shakur was open, he could have just went over there and did it. That's what they're saying. But I appreciate your opinion, man. Thank you, man.
Yeah.
Where are you coming from? You're over there in the UK?
I mean, yeah, you probably tell from England, yeah.
Yeah. All right. Well, it's nice to meet you, man. Come back again.
All right, defo.
All right, man. Peace. Real quick, Deem said he wasn't trying to fight Frank. The sanctioning body ordered Frank for 3 vacant belts. You just be chatting. Yeah, be chatting shit. I'm just fucking with Deem. Alan Stan said, I don't understand why people make excuses for a fighter who clearly doesn't want to take risks and fight the best. He has no shame in calling out top boxers, but won't step in the ring with them. Alan Stan out there frying him. Knockout Boxing 86 TV. What up, man?
Hey, what's happening with you, Fanon? How you doing this morning?
Man, I can't complain. Blessed and highly favored. How are you?
I'm doing great. Thanks for asking, man. So I heard a couple of the callers, and it was a couple of things I wanted to just cook on if I could real quick. So
yeah, man, take your time, man.
I heard a gentleman say that just because we haven't seen Shakur cut off the ring doesn't mean that he can't do it. And you hear this a lot with boxing fans. Just because you haven't seen him do it doesn't mean he can't do it. The issue with that statement is that we've seen Shakur try to do it, and he tried to do it against Artem, and he did it unsuccessfully. So you can't use that in this instance because we've seen him working to try to get a stoppage on the front foot, trying to cut the ring off against Artem. He was unsuccessful to cut off the ring and corner Artem and put him where he wanted to put him in order to get the stoppage. So that's the point for that gentleman that called in and said that. And then also this idea that he may not need to cut off the ring against Gervonta Tank Davis. Gervonta Tank Davis is very versatile as a boxer. He could see that Shakur Stevenson's footwork on the front foot is sloppy, a la Teofimo Lopez, and say, you know what? I'm just going to box off my back foot since your footwork moving forward is sloppy and you can't cut the ring off, and I'm going to try to move around and walk you into shots. So this idea that Gervonta Davis can't switch it up and fight going backwards and also fight going forward, you never know what Shakur Stevenson will need against Gervonta Tank Davis because Gervonta Tank Davis can do everything in the ring. So let's kill that point. Let's stop saying that because that makes no sense. Then there was another gentleman that came on here, and he said that Shakur may be doing this just to build his name, just to take easy fights to get wins and look good in the ring. Or then stop telling me that he's pound for pound. Stop telling me that he's the next one. Stop telling me that he's the best. He's the guy that's going to challenge the likes of Gervonta Tank Davis, or he's next in line behind Terrence Crawford. Because you know who moves like that? Abdullah Mason's moving like that right now. Keyshawn Davis is moving like that right now. Carmel Moten is moving like that right now. We don't expect for a 3-division unified champion to still be put in situations and put in fights where he's put in there to look good, where they're trying to manufacture a knockout, where he's fighting a guy coming up in weight who just got knocked out by a guy who had a 33% knockout percentage before he stepped in the ring with him. We're not trying to see that. And me not trying to see that has absolutely positively nothing with Gervonta Tank Davis. So you can't have your cake and eat it too. You can't have it both ways. Use whatever saying that you want to use, but you can't have it both ways, bro. Because if he's who you say he is, then we shouldn't still be seeing him in fights to make him look good. We expect that from prospects. We expect that from contenders. Low-level contenders, I should say. Maybe guys that are just outside of getting a title shot. We do not expect that from somebody who is supposed to be Shakur Stevenson. So let's kill that point as well. Then let's put the onus on Tank Davis for not making the fight. It's always Tank Davis's fault. Look, bro, Shakur Stevenson is the one whose actions don't match their words. My mother taught me that when you say something, you got to do it, or you're dishonest and you're a liar. So if you say you want the biggest and best fights, if you're saying that you're signing with a promoter that's going to get you the biggest and best fights, and then you go sign with a promoter that has, number one, a history of not getting people the biggest and best fights. You talked on it, so I'm not going to repeat your talking points, but think of the likes, like you said, a Devin Haney, a Demetrius Andrade. I'll leave it at that. Y'all do with that what you will. Go look at the big fights he got for them. Then that same promoter, if we're just looking at the lay of the land, you literally put a barrier between you and all the big fights that we want to see between you and other fighters at 135 and 140 pounds. Take Tank Davis out of it, bro. Lomachenko, Dennis Berinchyk, unifications fight. Who they fight for? Top rank. Why would you go sign to a company that don't have them? You're putting a barrier between the fight. Eddie Hearn and Turkey Al-Sheikh are going to have to go to other promoters to get you big fights. When you were a free agent and you could have just went to those other promoters, why Shakur Stevenson fans don't understand this, bro. You say you want Tank Davis, Teofimo Lopez. Tank Davis is over on PBC. Teofimo Lopez is a top-ranked fighter. You sign to a promoter that has to try to pay people to fight you from other promotional companies. You only got one fight, right, with Cordina. Then by the time you're in the second fight of your deal with Eddie Hearn, he already got to try to go get Golden Boy to feed you Zepeda. They're out of fighters for you in one fight. they're already out of fighters for you in one freaking fight. So it's not just, hey, let's put the onus on Shakur. Why Shakur legacy got to be attached to Tank? Okay, let's not attach it to Tank. What big fights can Eddie Hearn provide this young man where he doesn't have to do something cross-promotionally? The answer is zero. The answer is zero. Y'all want to see him fight Maxie Hughes? Y'all want to see him fight Mark Chamberlain? That's what y'all want to see? So the move in and of itself is just horrible. And then to the hypocritical boxing fans out there. Look yourself in the mirror, because there's a lot of people, and I've been on YouTube for a while now. There were a lot of people who are Earl Spence fans, a lot of people who are boxing fans. I won't even call them Spence fans. They were asking Terrence Crawford, hey, Terrence, you said you wanted Danny Garcia. You said you wanted Keith Thurman. You said you wanted all these big fights at 147 pounds. And then when you got free, sir, and you had the ability, you didn't even entertain going to where those fights were at. You re-signed to Top Rank. Those same people, some of you that were criticizing Terrence Crawford for that move, today you're making excuses for Shakur Stevenson, who just made the exact same move in 2024 that Terrence Bud Crawford made in 2018. Keep the same energy, be consistent, push for the fights. You cannot push for fights and be okay with Shakur Stevenson signing somewhere where they have absolutely positively zero fights for him. That's all I got, OG. I'll let you get back to it, man. Appreciate you letting me up.
All right, man. Anytime, Knockout Boxing 86 TV. Thank you, sir. Peace.
Yes, sir.
Let me make sure I got these super chats. Joaquin Arizola says support for the channel. Thank you. GM said Eddie Shakur signs to Eddie, instructs him to seek any fight except Tank, and proceeds to fight Cordina. And y'all calling in defending this garbage duck. RBZ with a huge $50 holler, bro. Thank you. D been up here every day and don't donate. Come through for the OG for the OG for 9. Hey, thank you, brother. Marquis said moving like he the final boss on the contender series. What's that? And I see Alan Solstain. I think I got you, brother. Thank you, man. He said, I don't understand why people make excuses for a fighter who clearly doesn't want to take risks and fight the best, has no shame in calling out top fighters, but won't step in the ring with them. Yeah, I got that, Dan. Thank y'all for y'all support today. This is huge. Nope, you missing a 50 ball from my guy, RBZ. I don't think I am, unless he hit me with 2. Boom. That's RBZ right there. That's phenomenal show right there. And then that's David Williams with the huge one right there. I got you. Let me slap it up here and lead this up here for a second. RBZ. Y'all have not been hearing at all that Al Heyman was not answering his phone because his mom was sick. Have y'all not been hearing that Al Heyman was not answering his phone because his mom is sick? Yeah, I mean, that could prevent you guys getting a fight done. Very good point, Fahim. Oh, I said that before you read it. Okay, but I'm going to make sure we get it read, though. The phenomenal Noop. I'm about to make sure we get it read, though. Man, that's some really good questions, man. It's good. Let me sit back. Let me enjoy a little sit back. Let me rest my haunches real fast and still be able to have a close-up. Man, that was a really interesting back and forth, man. That was a big step up. It's a big step up from the kind of conversations we've been having over the last couple of days. Those are well thought out points about Gervonta and about Shakur. Dean been sneak jabbing at me for too long. ARBZ, that's all right, man. Dean probably cut out, man. I appreciate that support, RBZ. The Contender was a classic. I didn't watch it. I was rooting for Ishe Smith. Ishe Smith was on the Contender. I was a big Ishe Smith fan. It's hard for me to even say that now. I was a big Ishe Smith fan. Oh, here's Dean. Dean, what up, man? I can't hear you, Dean.
For now, you can hear me?
I can hear you now.
And for now, you read homie super chat. Can you please tell bro that is a complete lie?
What is that? That you don't support?
I don't donate to your channel.
Yes, you do.
Oh, okay.
I'm sorry. Yes, he does.
Hey, guess what? Knockout. Knockout was just up here. Somebody asked Knockout the same question. Somebody asked 2 Cent Boxing the same question. Matter of fact, go ask anybody that you really go follow that same question. That's all I want to say. And the guarantee has been more than $50, though. I promise you that, though.
Oh,
I
yeah,
can guarantee you that.
Man. I'm sorry. I should have came out there and said that. Yes, RBZ does support the channel. He has on many occasions.
Oh, okay. That's for all the Earthmen. My bad. Continue the show for now. Thank you.
All right, Dean, get back, man. RBZ said, do it now. Hey, I ain't gonna, hey. I want Tank to fight Shakur so bad. I'm about ready to fight him myself. Man, look, that's at the end of the day is the real thing, man. That is the fight, man. No joke, that's the fight. Let me put these links in this chat, man. I've really enjoyed listening to y'all talk today. Alan So, I see RBZ. Hold on a second. Alan Sostan said the notion of anyone ducking a champion who can't hurt or knock you out is crazy and makes no sense. RBZ, what up, RBZ?
Hey, Dean, it's your turn, Dean. It's your turn, Dean. Hey, bro, don't talk money to me in these comments, bro. You talking about you want to debate for any type of bread. Brody, I just threw a 50. It's your turn. I'm going to go after you. I'm going to keep going. Like you's a pup to me, bro. Like I'm really him in real life, bro. My Instagram, I'm a type it in this chat when I get off of here so you can see who I am in real life. No private page. Like, come on, bro. It's your turn. Salute to the big homie for 9.
Salute, bro. Appreciate you, RBZ. Thank you, man. Hey, man, I appreciate that, man. In real life, bro, in real life. Appreciate that support, man. I really do. Y'all out here having some fun, man. Frank, hey, Fanon, silly as shit. Hey, I'm just hey, I like a battle now. Shit. I appreciate y'all with that, though. Seriously, though, man. Deem supports the channel, man. I should have said that right out the bat. My bad. I should have stood up for him right away. Hey, wrench for BRBZ, please. Oh, yeah, okay. What channel is RBZ on? Yeah, there it is. Hold on. Ugh. This shit is really funny. Man, I'm trying to get your... Hold on a second, man. This is weird. All right, there you go. Trying to wrench you up. I can't wrench you up. Hey, RBZ, leave a comment in the comment section, man. So, because you're over here on MH Blackwell, where we do have videos coming out later today. Need y'all to check it out. I'm gonna make y'all mad about something. I'm looking for it, man. Next time I see RBZ, I'll get him a wrench for sure. Thank you. Hey, Thomas Hill said wrench for Wrench for RBZ, please. I got you, man. As soon as I see RBZ, I will make that. I'll get him that wrench. Just like Deem has that wrench. Ninjas go band for band with no females around is wild. I mean, hey, dog. They don't claim him on the craft. What is that? What's that? Something you said? What's that? Something in New York? Something in Detroit? The craft? What is the craft? Why would you go band to band with women around? I don't get that either. But I do appreciate y'all's support. All right, man. Here's the link, man. Waiting for another caller. Hopefully we'll have something good in a little bit of time, but I ain't holding my breath. For sure. Ban for yeah, it is what it is. Hey, man, it is trying to support the channel, man. Please don't discourage people from supporting the channel. I greatly appreciate that. Still part, and yeah, for now, we don't know where he from. I don't know where that is. I don't know what that is. All right. Why go ban for ban when women are around other than engaging in simp beta behavior? Yeah, I don't know, man. I don't get that. I don't get that. But it is what it is, man. People do what they do. Anyway, so where we are, because we got maybe 11 more minutes. I'm bad, Philly Fighter. Thank you for letting me know. You know I didn't. Philly Fighter right there like a champ. Come on, Fi. Dog will beat Lara. Philly Fighters get it done. You think so? Man, I got to ride, Philly Fighter. I got to ride with Lara, man. I got to ride with Cubano. Hold on one second, then I'll get on the rest of that. Thank you, Philly Fighter, for checking me on that and making sure I got it right. What's going on, B. Hayes? How can I help you? B. Hayes, I need to see your face. B. Hayes, I need to see your face before I let you up again. Sorry, had to pull you back down. That ain't your face, homie. That's a lion. I can't say. I got to see your face at least for a second before I let you up. At least for a second, I got to see you. Because I think I remember your name. I got Lara. Yeah, I got Lara. Hey, but my guy ain't trying to hear that, though. Yeah, my guy ain't trying to hear that. My guy, the Philly Fighter, ain't trying to hurt it. Yeah, ain't no weird. He's going to sit right there, or I'm going to kick you out in a second if you don't show me your face. Go ban for ban on a man that's kind of wild. Paul, top, you got to get out of here. See you later. Dog, I ain't having nobody discredit trying to run money for the champ, dog. You got to go, homie. What are you talking about, man? We got to raise money around here. This dude, I ain't no broad. You know what I mean? This channel ain't no broad. They talking about supporting the channel, man. Y'all kick rocks. Trying to create that hate, trying to create discredit a perfectly good fundraising opportunity. That's like asking, why do you only throw money in a strip club? Hey, I can't see you. All right, I can see you now. Okay, gotcha. You can cover your face now. I don't need to see you now. You're good now. I'm going to put you on in a second. Okay. B. Hayes, how can I help you? B. Hayes, I can't hear you. What's going on, man? You're on mute still. Can't hear you, man. Can't hear you. I can see you, can't hear you.
It's all good, man.
No, it's good. I can hear you now. You had it for a second.
All right.
There it is.
We good?
We good.
All right. All right, man. Just giving you a holler.
Damn, there you go again. Real quick while you figure it out. Mr. Chestnut said, channel support on the grind this morning for 9. Thank you, brother. I've been on the grind since 3:30 this morning. I can't hear
I ain't trying to mess up
this.
That's what I was saying. I don't know.
You're good. Whatever you're doing, just say what you got to say because you're good right now.
Oh, okay. Shoot. I was just talking about Shakur, man. And Eddie Hearn, really, and that whole thing. I just feel like Eddie Hearn's energy has been telling us what this whole deal is about. I mean, he's been saying that he really wants to work with Jay Prince and Josh Dubin and Shakur and form a team for Shakur with his career going forward. Yeah, I think the Cordina fight is whack.
Yeah, of course now, but Cordina been calling out Shakur since 130 when he was a champion and when he was trying to unify when Shakur had the other two belts and Shakur wanted to be undisputed at 130. So he answers the call. I mean, whether it's 2 years, 3 years later, and Cordina coming off a loss or whatever the situation is, he was trying to fight Cordina back then, and Bob Arum wouldn't let him because he said it didn't make sense because it wasn't gonna sell. So everybody just talking about, there's no reason he should be fighting Cordina. Nobody's even addressing the fact that Cordina been calling out Shakur, been talking bad about Shakur, and it's time to shut the boy up. Also, you're helping to, get the relationship with Eddie Hearn going, where you saying, okay, I am committed to a certain extent. Eddie Hearn has also let it be known that he doesn't have to be involved in the Tank fight whatsoever. He already knows, and he said this. Everybody wants to come out talking about what Eddie Hearn said Shakur told him to look for fights that weren't Gervonta Davis. But they don't never say the part after that, which was Eddie Hearn said that was smart because he could affect those negotiations because Tank don't mess with Eddie Hearn. And Eddie Hearn knows this. Eddie Hearn also has said in another interview, separate from that, that he doesn't have to be involved in the Tank fight. So Eddie Hearn being there is no reason why the Tank fight cannot occur. The reason why the Tank fight didn't occur is because these fools didn't send out no contract. These fools went to the Olympics, did their whole Olympic thing. Shakur was waiting. Then they wanted to wait and see if Pitbull was going to win or Pitbull was going to lose. Shakur was waiting. Everybody in the world knew Shakur had a purse bid coming on August the 20th. Why would Shakur sit there and wait and not do nothing and set up his business before August the 20th? So just in case, because you can't rely on Tank. So just in case Tank didn't come through like he didn't, you would have an alternate path to go through. That path at first was Zepeda. Zepeda, having a baby. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people saying Zepeda duck. But at the same time, I understand his wife is having a baby. He wants to be involved in that. He wants to be available for that. So he don't want to fight till February. Shakur already made it stated before that happened that he wanted to fight before the end of the year. He was trying to fight in November, whether it be Tank, whether it be whatever. So him still fighting in before the end of the year, it's fine. He got to pay Zepeda step aside money, and this fool done backed up the date of the fight. So I don't see how you don't respect it. I mean, I don't respect the fight because we all know how it's gonna go. Everybody's saying, if he don't knock him out, then his career is over. Like, whatever, man. I don't want to hear none of that shit. Like, at the end of the day, I'm rocking with Shakur like I always been. I think Tank really let this fight get away by doing whatever he's doing when nobody knows what the hell he's doing. But, I just wish Tank would step up, make the fight happen. I understand for certain points of this being a big fight and it not really coming that way. It looking like Shakur was, the second choice of the whole thing with Loma, ducking and dropping out or whatever the situation is. So I understand if they want to back up the fight so they can make it what it really should be and what it really is. But at the end of the day, I mean, these folk out here blaming Shakur and calling him a duck, and that's just really not what occurred. Also, man, before I go, Fanon, I was trying to see if you had me ducked on this joint. I mean, blocked on this joint. I don't know. I was trying to send some chat comments or whatever, and I wasn't getting responses from people that usually respond.
Channel? Do you have how to your YouTube channel, how to put your YouTube channel, how to get to your YouTube channel?
Yeah.
Get your YouTube channel, come back in the chat and put it in the private chat. But you got to give me the link that literally takes me to your YouTube channel.
Okay, that's a fact. All right. All right. I'll see if I can figure that joint out. But salute to you, man. I appreciate you for giving me your time. I know you about to close up out of here. I just wanted to come up.
No, we good, man. I appreciate talking to you, B. Hayes. All right, man. I thought that was a pretty good. I thought that was a solid defense of Shakur Stevenson. So I'll get back with you, man.
All right, no doubt.
All right, peace.
For sure.
How can I help you, King?
Hey, good morning, man. It's an entertaining show today. You got a lot of back and forth going. I think it's fun. It's good for boxing. You got Philly versus New Jersey with the RBZ. You know, but I really like the conversations today. I wanted to say I think it benefits Shakur the longer this fight waits because Shakur is still young. If Tank keeps taking, his time with try to make this fight, Tank is gonna age out, and he might end up getting beat by Shakur. So I think the faster that Tank makes this happen, I think Tank right now would beat him. I believe that, but the longer he waits, he gets a little bit older, 34, 35, 33. Shakur is gonna have the advantage, and because Shakur hasn't even hit his prime yet, I think.
Shakur is 2 years younger than Gervonta. He's 27.
3 years.
He's not 18.
I think it's 3 years. Shakur's 26, man. He's 27?
27. He's 27 years old.
I still think, Shakur is a younger fighter.
He turned 27 in June.
What about Gervonta? Is he 30 yet?
He'll turn 30 in November.
Okay. So what, about 2.5, close to 3 years gap?
Something like that, 2.5, something.
Either way, I think, Tank can get him now. Tank got the experience. Tank got the killer instinct. The longer he waits, I think Shakur's only going to get better. And, he's getting bigger too. So it's going to be like a weight bully type situation as well. Yeah, that's what I think. What say you about that? Do you think age play?
I don't believe that you believe. I don't think you believe anything that you said. Is my take. That's what I think. I don't think you believe anything you just said. See you later, King. Appreciate you coming by. Funny how people upset about not knowing what Tank is doing. There's that saying about the loudest person in the room, who does the most talking, and how it match up with what they end up doing. Oh, no doubt. No doubt. Man, dog, I don't believe a word you said, homie. You mean I would love for King, I would have loved if you could establish that I could take you seriously. But I just think you're making any old argument just to try to get something out of here, man. Cornelius Burnett said, Fanon, I'd like to hire you to go over the contract. You send me a contract, brother, I'll give you my initial thoughts on anything. I'm out of the business of getting into detail. But if you let me know, I'll tell you what I think about it, man. Email me with Cornelius. Appreciate you, brother. Danny Ash, how can I help you, man?
Good morning, Fernand.
Good morning.
I got a question. I want to know what do you think a fight between Devin Haney and Frank Martin is going to play out? I just want to know your take on that. That's all I got for today.
Okay.
Devin Haney and Frank Martin are 140. Yes, please. Thank you.
Okay. Yes, sir. I've got Devin Haney beating Frank Martin at 140. I think Devin Haney will box him, but I think he'll let us outbox him. I got a convincing decision win for Devin Haney. That's my gut feeling on it. I don't think Frank Martin's gonna be able to catch up with him. I mean, Juan Cardina said Frank might beat Devin. He may, but nah, right now, I still believe in Devin Haney, man. I think Ryan Garcia cheated him. Let me repeat that. I believe in Devin Haney. I believe that Ryan Garcia cheated him. If Rollo said he beat Cordina in a slap box, I'd believe him. Trash ass fight. Yeah. Hey, you know what that's for? That's to see if these kings of sound bites are going to pull that sound bite. Where I said I think that. I wonder when the time comes. As a matter of fact, let me write this down where I can say that I said that. This is at. Where are we at when I said that? I'm going to keep track. We are at, what is this? 1 hour and 49 minutes. 9 minutes of 49 minutes on 8/23/24 in a video entitled Shakur takes Haney route. All right, I said it. Now I need to know where Frequent Flyer is, dog. Where Frequent Flyer? Don't tell Frequent Flyer I said it where it is. Love it or hey, you petty. I love it, brother. I'm petty as hell. Dog, I am world-renowned petty ass dude. Better believe it. I am definitely petty. Hold on a second. Kenny Smith, I need to see your face real fast before I let you up. I'm going to get a dial, and whenever I stop being lazy because I got too much stuff to do, I'm going to get a phone line. Because a phone line, you can't show me anything on a phone line. Kenny Smith, I need to see your face before I let you up here, but I'll wait on you. Frequent Flyer and Clay Moraine getting endless mimosas right now. What you talking about? Dog, that shit, hey, dog, that dude Claymore is funny to me, dog. I can't lie. That shit's funny to me. I still can't see you. I see you showed me something, but I can't see your face. Man, my boy late again. Okay, I'm going to let you on. How can I help you?
Yeah, I just wanted to piggyback off with B. Hayes, I believe that's his name, what he said
Yes,
a
sir.
moment ago.
Yeah, B.
Because
Hayes.
I truly don't feel like Shakur is ducking Tank at this point. I remember on the interview that you had with Coach Calvin, and he basically was saying like, well, how I took it was that there's no urgency to make that fight right now because he doesn't believe it's a big fight. And just hear it out. For those in the chat who haven't watched the interview, I advise you to go watch it. But this is what he had to say.
You know, I got some unfinished business. I do have a lateral move.
Nah, bro. Nah.
It's super cool, but it's
nah. You can cut that off, bro. What the fuck is that shit? That's why the dude only wanted to half show me his face. Wow. Anyway, he the feds. Hey, whatchamacallit? Hey, thank you, whatchamacallit. Appreciate you, brother. Appreciate you, whatchamacallit. Can I? Yeah, the link is right there. Anybody clicks the link, you guys can come on while I'm still on. And we got about 40 minutes, I think, is about the longest I'm going. 1001 ways to get dropped from a stream. Yeah, start playing somebody else's copyrighted material on my channel in the middle of my live stream. Yeah, go take somebody else's. It's probably my own property. Here's that link, though. Man, this has been a fun live stream, man. I cannot lie. I have really had a blast today. An extreme blast. That was your live, bro. Doesn't make a difference to me, man. Don't play my live. You don't. Dog, I don't. It could be my live, anybody else's live, man. We ain't doing recordings. I didn't know you can get. You know it's not your. Is this you, Kenny Smith? You know it's not yours. You know that's not your material. Your son left yet, Mark? No, my son is right here. Look, man, you're not playing up. First of all, you didn't ask me if you could play it. Number one. Look, man, no. The last 3 out of 4 fighters Tank fought beat Devin. One time, how can I help you?
Hi. I was just calling back. I just wanted to. I know he probably gone with his day, but with knockout, I know he was dressing me about the whole thing with Shakur trying to look better in the fight and anything like that. I was being devil's advocate. I do not support anything that's going on. I was just providing a different perspective to make the conversation interesting. That's for all out that I don't want to be misconstrued or confuse anyone. I'm not okay with what transpired because he was talking all that noise
Hey,
about
hold on a
becoming
second.
free.
Hold on a second. Hey, Fahim. Okay, that was my episode, my interview with Coach Calvin. Still, bro, you're not jumping on here playing audio, man. It just you're not, if you want to call up here, leave a comment. But you want to start playing tapes and doing video productions? Let me find out you on that tank protection plan. I am on that tank protection plan. Go ahead, Juan. I'm sorry.
No, it's fine. I was supposed to wrapping up. I just wanted to be clear. I don't support it, especially after all the stuff he was talking, especially on the lead up to the Frank Martin fight. To only be judgmental of Tank fighting an undefeated fighter, no matter how you feel about it. At the time, he was undefeated and he beat a somebody, not a superstar, but he beat a somebody in Michelle Rivera. To you to follow up with, oh, you're gonna fight a dude that's coming up after a knockout loss, and people have the audacity to get mad at him getting righteous criticism of that. At least he's grown for he ain't. Well, I don't know. I ain't gonna say it with complete confirmation that he ain't going back and forth on Twitter with people about it. But I haven't seen he's divulged himself in any of that. So it was just I wanted to come up and clarify that if KO out there or anyone that thought I was justifying the whole thing that he's doing now.
Yes, sir. Well, I appreciate you, Juan. Thank you, bro.
No problem.
Yes, sir. Kenny Smith, don't worry about it, man. You ain't got to go nowhere. It kind of threw me off, brother, but Kenny, it's not that big a deal. It just threw me off. Kentrell, I'm looking it up, man. I'm working. I sent a comment. I sent something to her. I don't have her phone number. I just have her social media contact information. I'll send her another note. What's going on, Daniel?
Yo, what's going on, Fanon? Could you hear me?
Yes, I can.
Okay, yeah. So I do believe Shakur is ducking Tank just because, I don't know if you remember the video he made without his shirt and he had all the chains on in his room and he was calling out Tank. He said, "Let's fight." He had made that a while back. Okay, so I was watching the fight, the Terrence Crawford fight, and I remember when I don't know if a lot of people caught this, but in he's meeting with Turkey, and you can hear Turkey tell him, "You got to make up your mind now." So I think what Turkey was telling him was, "Hey, come get on this card, and just do it." So I feel like Shakur had the chance to do it, but I also think he's still ducking Tank. Because how are you going to make that video and then Turkey's forcing you to make a choice? And I guess he made that choice, whatever, because he signed a Matchroom. So now we might not even see a Tank fight for maybe 2-3 fights. I don't know what fight deal he got, but I do think he does. I don't think he wants to fight Tank. I think he knows. I don't know if you've seen Shakur, how he fights, like how he backs up a lot. I never really seen him do head movement.
Yeah, definitely watched him fight.
Yeah, and I like him. He's a talented fighter. He's very good. I just don't like the way they're promoting him. I don't like the way he comes out and says, oh, you know what, I'm gonna fight Tank, this, that, and the third, but then now when it's time, he doesn't want to do it. I mean, I think Tank already exposed his weakness. I never seen him bob and weave. I've never seen him do nothing but just back up. And I don't think he has anything to offer to Tank. I mean, because if you're just backing up, what are you gonna do? Back up into the ropes? We just saw what he did to Frank Martin, and he was backing up into the ropes. That's all I got to say, Fanon. You have a good one.
Thanks, man. I appreciate you, man. All right, man. Get back, Daniel. Peace. Rashawn Pittman, how can I help you, sir?
Hey, man. How you doing?
I'm well, man. How are you?
I'm good, man. You know I'm one of your day ones, man.
Yes, sir, man. I know. I've been watching you for a long time, man. I know you are.
Long time. You know I'm doing 12-round knockout now. I got my own thing going, man. Rajon Pittman 12th-round knockout.
What is a YouTube channel?
Yes, YouTube channel, all boxing, 12th-round knockout. Yeah. I wanted to plug that real quick, and I also wanted to say, you know, I'm from North, and you know Shakur my guy, but I'm a Tank fan, and that's all people are talking about is ducking, and like people don't have other content. Like it's more content out there to be talking about who duck who, you know, like come on. Let's get some new content. Let's talk about boxing. Let's talk about what's going on in the sport of boxing. Why it's just Tank and Shakur every night. The guy KO, this guy, that guy. Everybody is talking about the same thing, man. You know, it's not that hard to get some content. You know, but and I see you, man. Like you always been my guy as far as podcasting, bro. Salute to you. Salute to your channel. And look, man, I'm 12th round knockout now, man. Rajon Pittman, 12th round knockout, man.
Yeah, how do you spell that? Because I was looking for it, but I couldn't find it.
Rashon.
It's
Rashawn. R-A-S. It's Rashawn. Rashon. Pittman. Just put that in there, and the 12th you'll see me.
Oh, I got you.
And
all right,
and 12th round knockout pop right up. You know, I only got like 500 subs, man. I'm still struggling. You know, I'm still at it. You know what I mean?
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
All right, man. Well, you got one more subscriber in me right there, man. Come on back by the channel, man. Come back and jump up top of your boxing. But look, man, people are going to talk about the topic. I heard what you said about Southpaw, but that's what people want to talk about, man. It's just kind of how it is, man. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I understand that, but you know, you got a lot of good fights coming up. You got a lot of prospects out there doing their thing. You know, you had Keyshawn Davis going to his hometown for the first time. You know, not only that, you know, the gym him and his brother is putting out there in Virginia. It's the state of the art, man. You know, stuff like that. People need to plug that. You know, and kudos to Shakur for signing with Matchroom. I think that was a good move. I really do. I think that was a damn good move. You know, and I think he's gonna do good. I think Eddie Hearn gonna really look out for him, man. I really do. But I don't think there's any fighters out there that then won championships in 3 different weight classes that's scared of another man. I can't see that. I just can't see it, man. And the same thing goes with Tank. I can't see Tank ducking Shakur. I don't see any one of them ducking either one of them. I believe that in time they will fight. They're gonna fight. I honestly believe that, man. That's my take on that. What you think?
Do I think it's gonna eventually happen?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. The fight gonna happen. I think it's gonna happen
Yes, sir.
later than sooner, but I think it's gonna happen. And the guy who Shakur fighting next, let that man fight. Salute, Fannin. I appreciate it, man. Give me a shout out. Plug me, man. I'll be on your channel, man. And it's all love over here.
All right, bro. Get back, man. Thank you, Mr. Pittman. Peace.
All right. Peace.
Yes, sir. Yeah. I just want to say, man, look, man, please don't blame people for talking about boxing topics, because, man, you gotta talk about the things that people want to talk about. It's just part of it, you know. And people that don't want to talk about what other people want to talk about don't get a lot of people that want to talk to them. So, you know, yeah, I mean, shoot, people may love to sit there and have a conversation about Monster Inouye versus Ioka and whether or not that fight is going to take place in Japan, right? That's just not what a lot of people want to talk about that's going to watch Knockout Boxing's channel. So, you know, you talk about it whenever you can, and you talk about it while you're talking about other things, but it's kind of tough, man. You know, boxing, unlike Turkey Al-Sheikh's organization, boxing YouTube channels got to talk about the things that people want to talk about, because if people don't actually show up to the live streams and support the live streams and watch the videos, you don't get anything from it. There's no unless you're Devin Haney, unless you're down with Devin Haney, gotta take a shot at y'all. Ain't nobody dropping a ton of money on top of your head out the blue. You know what I mean? That typically only happens to certain situations. Thank you, Mr. He said, been trying for a while to contribute to the channel for a while. Don't have Cash App. Thank you, but I appreciate you, Mr. Whatchamacallit. Thank you. And Phoenix Assassin, people take what Coach Calvin said out of context. Loma was a better fight than Shakur. IBF champ coming off of a KO win versus Shakur's last two fights been shit. To the point his hometown was walking out. That's more marketable. Yeah, that's another reason why I don't really like the recordings, because I don't know man, I lost my track of thought. Mine. Give me 1 second. Hold on. Give me a second. Top Rank has the best. It was his best place to be since he couldn't get with the PBC. I'm sure he could have talked to Ellerby or someone to get the deal over there. There's always a middleman next to the man. I mean, I don't think he was ever going to seriously go to. I don't think he was really going to go to. Ever really going to go to the PBC. I like what old boy said, Kamal Oz. Kamal was dead on. Like, nah, it really doesn't make sense, mostly because of James Prince, that he wouldn't go that direction. To me, that's what made it seem like that really was not a reasonable thing. But anyway, it is what it is, man. Look, I'm going to head up out of here, man. Y'all have a wonderful weekend. Please enjoy your weekend. Thank you guys for chopping it up with me. But I am about to head up out of here. Deuces. Thank y'all a ton for the support today. And I'm out. Let me see this real quick. Oh, okay. What is that phenomenal show? All right, salute to y'all. Get out. Get peace. Peace. I'm out.